Hey Ty, how you doing today?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. So obviously some news came out about Kawhi. Just what, when did you find out about Kawhi's knee injury, and I guess what's the vibe of the team been like in the last 12 or 24 hours that you guys found out about the injury?
Just know he has a right knee sprain. Being optimistic about the situation. With our team, we understand that it's part of the game. You lose your best player like that. It's tough that it happened. But all season long we've been having a next man up mentality. We know it's the playoffs, but we're ready. The guys are geared up, and we understand the task at hand.
Okay, we'll move over to Justin Russo.
Yo, what's going on, Coach? It seemed like Rudy has had a tough time getting going as a roller in this series. How would you evaluate the job that you guys have done on Gobert in that department, and what's the key for you guys to continue that?
I think the switching has helped us out, Justin. I think switching 1 through 5, not allowing them to get downhill, throw the lob to Rudy because he's a great, dynamic roller. So we've been doing a good job of just, making sure we switch 1 through 5, try to get under, Gobert before he slips out of the pick and rolls. And if he does, our low man has been there and been activated. So just the switching, I think, has caused a lot of problems for Gobert's roles.
Okay, we'll move over to Miriam.
Hey there, Ty. Wanted to know if you talked much with Kawhi, how he's doing, how he's taking it, and if he's communicated with the team at all. What his message might have been.
Yeah, I mean, he's a little down because he want to be here, but it's part of the game, and he understands that. But he wants to be here for his teammates, and we understand what's going on right now. So he's going to cheer us from afar, and we'll get back home to him tomorrow.
Okay, we'll move on to Mark Medina.
Hey, Ty, good to see you. Follow up on what you're saying about being optimistic. From what the medical stats relate to, what is the best case scenario for Kawhi's potential return?
No potential return. We're not sure about that. We just know we've been optimistic, trying to wait for everything to clear up, get the testing back the next 48 hours or so, and kind of go from there.
Okay, we'll move over to Law.
Hey, Ty. First, I got to ask if you've made a decision on who you want to start tonight for Game 5.
Yes, I
have. Would you be able to share?
No, not right now, Law.
Totally understood and expected. Main question I have for you is regarding PG, because obviously it's a next man up mentality for everybody, but there's only one Paul George. So in terms of your conversations of preparing him for, a pivotal road game, a Game 5, I know he said Monday night he's down to play all 48 if necessary. What has kind of been the tenor of the conversations with PG over the last really today?
It's not about PG. It's about our whole team stepping up and preparing for this game. Myself, my coaching staff, and all the players, So it's not just on PG. PG wants to play well, of course, but, we're going to need contributions from everyone who plays tonight. And it's not going to be a one-man show. It's going to be a team effort, and we understand that. So we're just going to take it from there. Guys get to step up, take their shots, be aggressive, making plays for one another like we've done all season long.
We'll move over to Andrew.
Hey, Ty. Obviously, when you lose a player of Kawhi's caliber, the margin for error goes down. I'm just curious, when you look at your game plan, what do you feel like you guys have to be extremely precise about tonight?
I think our defensive game plan, I think, coming to the game with a defensive mindset, understanding what we're trying to do and what we're trying to take away. And we've done a great job of that in games 3 and 4. So no let-ups. We know we have a all defensive team guy that's down, but other guys have to step up and be prepared to understand exactly what we're looking for on the defensive end.
We'll move over to Nick Hamilton.
Hey, Coach, you mentioned earlier about being in next man up situations. Specifically, how much do you feel like that's going to help you in Game 5 tonight, just having that muscle memory and being in those type of situations for your team?
I think it's going to help us out a lot. We've gone through it all season long. Kawhi missed a lot of games. PG's missed a lot of games. Pat Beverly and Serge missed a lot of games. Marcus Moore. So our young guys, they've got an opportunity to play and step up and play big roles in big games with Luke Kennard and Terrence Mann, Pat, guys have stepped up and just found ways to win. So it's not any different right now. We need guys to step up and play in their role.
We'll move over to Cameron.
Hey, what's good, Coach? Obviously, you talked about the next man up mentality. Do you have you had a conversation with your players, or do you even discuss seizing the opportunity? This with Kawhi out, obviously this gives other guys an opportunity to step up and show their value, show what they're worth. Do you have that conversation with the guys, or it's just next man mentality? Let's get it.
No, we talked about this morning, before our film session. And just, guys just stepping up and doing what we've been doing all season long. Nothing has changed. We played without Kawhi. We played without PG. We played without a lot of guys. And guys have stepped up, and we just found ways to win. And nothing's any different tonight.
Can we move over to Bill Plaschke?
Yeah, Todd, the chatter today, and I don't know if you heard it or not, is pretty much everybody's counting you out. Does this use this as motivation?
Not really, Bill. I mean, I've been counted out my whole life, and probably a lot of these guys have too. But I don't use that as motivation. Like, we're in Game 5 of the second round of the playoffs. That's enough motivation right there. We have a chance to do something special, win a big game tonight, and that's our main focus. So not really worried about the chatter. We've counted out, in the first series as well. So we're ready to go, and we're ready to play Game 5.
Can we move back over to Tomer?
Hey, Ty, just curious about, did Kawhi travel with you guys at all at first? And I know he may be back in Los Angeles right now. Just what happened there? Because he wasn't listed in the injury report initially.
Yeah, he came with the team, and then he went back.
Okay. And I guess, when something like this happens, I mean, I think when you were in Cleveland, Kyrie went down with the injury. How do you not let this sort of affect, a locker room, spirits kind of thing?
Well, it's going to affect you, your team. It's your brother, and you don't want to see your brother go down, no matter if it's your best player or your 16th, 17th player. Like, you never want to see anyone go down, and we understand that. So, of course, guys are going to feel a certain way, but then we also understand that, we have a game to play tonight, and that's what we're focused on right now.
Okay, we'll take a few more. We'll move over to Joseph.
Hey, Ty, I know you've said over and over again that it's going to be a team effort, but the matchup hunting you guys have been doing in this series has primarily used Kawhi as the one who punishes the matchup. I just kind of want to know, how much more physical does Paul George have to be offensively tonight for you guys to be successful?
PG's have to just keep doing what he did the last, couple of games. Taking his shots. Rudy's out there, and he's in his deep drop, taking his threes, and just playing the way he's been playing. Nothing any different. We want to attack the same way. Of course, Kawhi's out of the game, so we got to do a little bit more movement sets to try to keep him off guard and keep him off balance. But not any more pressure on PG. He's been playing great. I like where he's at right now, and now we need other guys to step up and play well.
The last question, we'll close out with Miriam.
Hi, one of the guys. Obviously, Reggie's not shy ever about anything. And then Kawhi recently said that he was impressed with Terrence being not afraid of the big moment. About those two guys and sort of this stage, this opportunity for them?
Well, Terrence is a young player. We've seen in Game 7, versus Dallas, that he stepped up and had a big game, wasn't scared of the moment at all. And Reggie, all season long in big games throughout the course of the first round of the playoffs, the couple games we had here in Utah. So Reggie loves this moment. He loves the big stage. He's not going to shy away from the moment, and that's what we need on the floor tonight.